Today we are working on a 1995 Oldsmobile 98 Regency Elite driver's side auto dimming heated mirror. You can see I already took the mirror out, but it was all the dark fluid for the auto dimming, electrochemical auto dimming was draining out, and it was leaving this misty look to it. And all the dark fluid was pooled in the bottom third of the mirror. I already started this process, so all the fluid's out, but I'll show you how I did that in a second. So you just take a plastic pry tool behind the mirror here and just pry on it. It'll pop it out. It won't break it. You have ball and socket joints here and here that go on here and here, and then these two things sticking out go here and here, and those are the actual adjusters. And then when it's time to put it back together, you just push it on, and then there's a little tab on the electrical plug, and you can kind of pry it apart. I stuck a little pick in this hole to kind of wedge between it and push the connectors apart, so I didn't damage the wiring by pulling on the wires. Alright, so we'll take it over here and we'll look at the disassembly. Okay, so my mirror, the edge was already cracked right here and here. So I just started gently prying on it, and it was connected with an adhesive around the edge of the glass. You can see the black residue here where it was connected. I just slowly worked it off, and then there's a wire up here that's for the auto dimming. The auto dimming is never going to work again unless you can find a brand new mirror. So there's no use trying to rescue that. What we're going to do is we're going to just make this work like a regular heated mirror, just with no auto dimming. So after you take at least like half of it off, you can see there's two layers of glass here. So the back layer is the reflective piece, and the front layer is just clear. So I took a pick like this, gently press on the seam between the two and kind of work on it. If the fluid's already draining out, there's already a lack of adhesion between the two pieces of glass, so it shouldn't be too hard. And then it should pull away like this. So you have your clear piece, and you have your reflective piece here. Now, I got this on Rock Auto. This is pretty much exactly the same size. It's a touch bigger than the old glass. So we're gonna install it right where the old one was, and just seal it together with some caulk. The thickness is exactly the same, and this glass is only like $3 or $4 on Rock Auto. So, and it's the same glass for the Park Avenues, the LeSabres, the Oldsmobile 98s, 88s. So they all should work. So what you want to do is split this apart, clean this really good, and then use some sort of adhesive paste, whatever you can find that's as good as transferring heat as possible, because you want that heated mirror to still work. The heating element is back here. You can see the traces. See just right behind that blue wire, you can see the traces where the electricity goes through and heats up the mirror. So that should still work. We just need to make sure the adhesion between here and here can conduct that heat and not be damaged by that heat. After that's in there, just put some more adhesive sealant around the borders to seal that up as tight as possible. I think no matter what, there's not really much more to damage. You don't really want moisture going in and getting to the heating element, I guess, but yeah, just seal it up as good as possible, and you'll be all set. Alright, so here's the finished product. I ended up tossing the plastic border. The size difference between the old glass and the new glass was too much. It wasn't the black plastic border wasn't fitting quite right. So what I ended up doing was I just used some black oil resistant RTV silicone to attach the two layers of glass together, and then I put it on my finger and kind of smeared it around the outside to seal up the edges. See that it's not super smooth, but it's sealed up nice, and you won't really see anything on the car either. It'll just be kind of sitting inside. I'm going to let it cure a little bit more before installing it. It's only been sitting for about an hour, but it should work out really nice. Defrost should still work, and yeah, we'll finally have a nice clear mirror again. Hopefully it works out for some of you guys too.